The three Lego sets that I'm going to talk about in this video, in my opinion, are some big opportunities when it comes to Lego investing. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. We dedicate our time here to talk about Lego investing and reselling. That is buying Lego sets and holding them for a period of time until after they're no longer available in retail stores anymore before we sell them again when the value has increased. The three sets that we're going to talk about in this video are sets that I personally am buying and I think are great investments. Let's jump right in. The first one of the three retiring soon sets that I am currently buying is the Harley Davidson Fat Boy Lego set 10269. Released in 2019, and if it retires at the end of this year, then it will have had a shelf life of 2 years, which is not a terribly long time for a set to be on the shelves. The set is based on the Harley Davidson motorcycle, and I love when we have one-off sets that are based on something that is popular. There's no actual Harley Davidson theme, but we do have a set here that is based on Harley Davidson motorcycles, and so you have people who are fans of Harley Davidsons that are buying this set even if they usually don't build Lego sets. And then you also have a factor where there's a lot of people gifting this set to family members and friends who are Harley Davidson fans and enthusiasts. Whenever I see a Lego set that has a brand new, broader market than what we usually have within a Lego theme, like Lego Creator, that gets me a little bit excited because now we're tapping into new demand, and I feel like that demand may continue over time. Now, the fact that this is also not a theme and it was kind of a one-off Harley Davidson bike also reduces the chance that Lego will recreate or re-release this set. Sure, they may release another Harley Davidson bike, but I think it's less likely that they'll do the same bike. And if they did release another Harley Davidson, I think it would be more likely to be similar to what happened with the Volkswagen T1 and T2, where the new release actually complements the old release and adds some factor of collectability. And speaking of collectability, I actually think that the Harley Davidson Fat Boy already has some collectability, because even though we don't have a theme full of Harley Davidson Lego sets, we do have other vehicles in the Lego Creator and Lego Creator Expert lines, and so collectors of those vehicles may want to buy the Harley Davidson Fat Boy to add to their collection because it will look really nice next to Porsche 911 or the Volkswagen Beetle or one of the other Creator or Creator Expert vehicles. So we have demand coming from different dimensions on this set, and I also just think it's a beautiful set and it's really well designed. Now, the set retail for $100, which in my opinion is a good price point, and I think that gives it a bit of room to grow. So within 18 to 24 months, in my opinion, this set could reach $250. After selling fees, that would leave you a profit of $113 if you bought this at retail price, which you really shouldn't be, right? You should be buying below retail price, but if you bought it at retail, you would still have a $113 profit here, which is 113% return on investment, which in my opinion is not bad. Now, this set has also flown below the radar a little bit in the Lego investing community. There hasn't been a whole lot of talk about this set in the BrickBox public Facebook group or in other Lego communities that I've seen. There are only 28 different sellers right now that have this set listed on Amazon, and I know that number will change over time as people hold it long term and then list it later, but the number of sellers on Amazon is still a really important piece of information to have when it comes to trying to learn about the supply that we might expect on a given Lego set in the aftermarket. 28 sellers on this set makes me excited about the lack of supply that might exist after this retires. Now, on the other side of supply, we need to think about demand. Is there a lot of demand for this set? And like I mentioned, I can see different audiences for this set, but what are the actual sales like? Well, on Amazon, this set is currently at 25,000 or so sales rank in the toys and games category, which is a pretty fast seller. It's by no means a top selling Lego set, but in my opinion, a sales rank of 25,000 tells me there will be continued demand on this set. So this is a set I'm excited about. I think it's going to do well. I think it has some great unique selling points that distinguish it from the other sets in the Creator theme. Okay, so moving on to the second out of the three sets that are retiring soon that I'm currently buying as an investment. And the next one we're going to look at should not be a surprise to you if you saw my last video, and that is the Spring Lantern Festival. Set number 80107. The Spring Lantern Festival is from the Chinese Festival Special Edition sets that were released at the start of 2021. When this set retires at the end of this year, it will only have had a shelf life of around a year, which, as I mentioned in my previous video while talking about the story of Neon, that is a short time for a Lego set to be on the shelves. Usually, I mean, Brickheads is a theme that can have that kind of shelf life, but most themes, they go a little longer than that. So with that short shelf life comes less supply in the aftermarket, and that makes me think that the price on this set and on the story of Neon has a good chance to go up pretty quickly. Now, we already have some evidence of this happening with the Spring Lantern Festival. Before this set was being sold by Amazon, the third-party sellers that were selling this set on the Amazon platform were selling it for around $250. And at a retail price of $120 while the set had just been released, those sellers did pretty well for quite some time. After the set retires, I think it can do even better than that. There are just 29 different sellers on this listing on Amazon, which again is quite low supply when you compare this to some other big sets in themes like Star Wars or Speed Champions or Ideas. The set does have the highest sales rank on Amazon out of the 3 sets that I'm talking about in this video, so it's not selling as fast as the Harley Davidson or the next set that I'm going to talk about, on Amazon at least, but I still think the demand is going to be there, especially with such low supply. I love the set personally, I think it's a great build, and I think this set's going to do pretty well. And at that retail price of $120, I put a price target on this set of around $300 within the 18 to 24 month time period after retirement. And after fees, if you bought this set at retail of $120, that would leave you with a profit of $135, which is a return on investment of 113% on this set if you bought it at retail price, which you really should be able to get it below retail. So overall, I love the Spring Lantern Festival. I do think it's an incredible set. I think this set and I think the Story of Neon are real winners. And if you want to win the other set in this theme, the Story of Neon, check out my last video where I'm running a contest to give one of you the Story of Neon. I will ship it to you completely free of charge. So check out that video on how to enter that contest. Okay, so the third set that is retiring soon that I'm currently buying is one that I think might surprise some of you. This is a set that has flown beneath the radar for so many LEGO investors, even though it is in the Star Wars theme, and usually the Star Wars theme is the one that has the most resellers and the most people talking about it. But this set I've rarely seen mentioned in any of the LEGO investing communities, and I personally think that it's worth some attention. And that set is LEGO Star Wars Darth Vader's Castle. Set number 75251. This set was released in 2018, right at the end of the year. And by the time it retires at the end of 2021, it will have had a shelf life of 3 years. This is a set that I personally don't like. I don't like the look of this set. I'm not drawn to this set particularly, but when it comes to the economics underneath this set, I get a little bit excited about it, and here's why. This is an extremely fast-selling LEGO set, but the supply in terms of the number of sellers on the listing on Amazon is very, very low. And as we know, if you have low supply and high demand, that leads to price increases over time, especially when you have a buyer perception of something becoming scarce. This set currently has a sales rank on Amazon of around 7,000, which makes it the fastest seller out of the 3 that we've looked at in this video by a good amount. And despite the fact that this set is in such demand, the supply is currently really, really low. So there's only 33 different people that have this set listed on Amazon right now. And again, I know that's going to change over time, but right now we can still use that to compare it with other sets to try and gauge them against each other. That sales rank of 7,000 makes this set in the top 1% of all toys and games that are sold on Amazon when it comes to the number of sales. Now, another thing that I really like about this set is that it's been an Amazon exclusive, which means you can't buy this set in other retailers in the United States. You can't buy it in Target or in Walmart or anywhere else. You got to go to Amazon or the Lego store or lego.com if you want to buy this set. Now, that of course means it's been hard to find great deals on this set, and so in my opinion the best way to buy this set is from the Lego store when they're running gift with purchases, so that you can sell that gift to make back some of your money, or when they're running double VIP points. The fact that this was an Amazon exclusive will also impact that supply over time in the aftermarket, because less resellers will have them, and that lack of great deals on this set will mean that resellers who usually look for discounts will not be buying this set at all. Now, if you want some more proof as to why I think this set is going to do great, we can look at some history. Last summer, when this set went out of stock on Amazon, the price shot up to $250, and the set continued to sell really well, as we can see in the data. Now, the set retails at $130, and at that price, it's borderline what I usually don't look at. I do prefer lower price sets, but $130 I think still has plenty of room to grow. So I would put a target price on this one of around $300 within 18 to 24 months on Amazon. And after your selling fees and after the cost of buying the item, if you bought it at retail price, that will give you a return on investment of 96% after you sold the item. And the last thing I want to say really quickly about Darth Vader's Castle is that I do like to keep an eye on the horizon for anything that might increase the relevancy of a LEGO set that I'm investing in when it comes to pop culture. And we do have the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show coming up, which may increase the demand for a set like this one, because we know that that TV show is going to be set at some point between Star Wars Episode 3 and Episode 4, which corresponds pretty well with this set. So we might see increased demand over time when the set is no longer available. And for all of those reasons, I'm personally a buyer of the Star Wars Darth Vader's Castle. So these are 3 sets that I'm buying before they retire because I think that they will grow in value over time. Now, these are 3 more expensive sets at $100 to $130 price point. points, which still gives us room to grow, but it is actually at the border of usually where I like to keep below. So my next retiring soon sets that I'm buying video, I'll focus on some of those lower price sets. Now again, if you want a chance to win the Story of Neon set, make sure you check out my previous video where I'm doing a contest to give that set away to one of you completely free of charge. I will put that video somewhere here on the screen, so make sure you check that out. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button if you found this information useful. And I'm Shane from brickbucks.net. I will see you in the next one.